Hello, world. How's everybody doing? Another beautiful day. Okay, let's set the record straight. There is no one on YouTube, okay, Twitch, Twitter. There's no one on social media or the internet, period, that can debate me when it comes to the Wii U, okay? Because the Wii U failed because of lies, laziness, and excuses, okay? That's why the Wii U failed. It had nothing to do with no sales, marketing, and commercial failure. That's a lie, okay? The lies was it was sales, marketing, commercial failure why the Wii U failed. That is a lie. The excuse was we were trying to be different. We're going in a different direction. We're doing gaming on the go. That's the excuse. The laziness was they didn't want to fix the Wii U. They didn't want to put the GameCube in the virtual console. Okay? In the eShop, okay? And they did not want to make the Wii U backwards compatible with GameCube. So no, Nintendo didn't caught wind of this. There was the fans on the Miiverse telling them to refresh the Wii U for years. You can't kill the Wii U. You can't destroy the Wii U. You can't do anything because every feature is on the Wii U right now. We're still using it in today's time. You can't kill it. So you have to refresh it. Okay? There is no one on the internet, period, that can debate me on it. Okay? And every game that the Switch has, Wii U can run it. Every one of them. Okay? So all this talk about it was sales, marketing, commercial failure, that's a lie. The excuse was they was trying to, we're going in a different direction. We're trying to do gaming on the go and all that. And the laziness, they didn't want to fix the console. They didn't want to improve the virtual console. They didn't want to improve the eShop. They didn't want to improve the Mii Maker. They didn't want to improve the friends list. Okay? They didn't want to change the motherboard or the RAM and the CPU and then put a fresh motherboard with about 8 cores and about 10 gigs of RAM with a little ray tracing solid state drive and teraflops, and we good. They didn't want to do that, but they wanted to build something new, so to speak. Okay? And then they want to turn around and then have people buy the same games twice. Okay? Then they try to make this Super Mario World 3D All-Star where it's Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. But if you had put the Wii U in the virtual console, if you had put the not the Wii U, but if you had put the GameCube in the virtual console, you would have had those games already. Okay? Super Mario 3D World is a waste. You already have it in the Wii U eShop for $20. And now I'm hearing all of a sudden they want to bring Ocarina of Time for the Switch. But on the Wii U you can get Ocarina of Time for $9.99. Building the Switch was a waste of time. Okay? A complete waste. Wii U had all angles of gaming covered. Whatever direction Nintendo was trying to go in, Wii U had that covered. And the Wii U was designed to pull everybody out the dark hole that they're in with the Switch. You need a powerful console to run video games. Okay? And the games on the Series X and PS5 is going to be bigger than they are on the Xbox One and PS4. So you can't kill the Switch. You can't get rid of it. Tablet technology is still current. Motion technology is still current. People are still paralyzed. Okay? Plus the four controllers that they got. Wii U had everything covered. Miiverse just needs a coloring option, unlimited text, emojis, memes. Okay? The Wii U is the real deal. I will put the Wii U up against the Xbox Series X and the PS5. All I gotta do is put 8 cores with about 10 gigs of GDR6 RAM, with an external solid state drive support. Ray tracing, and some teraflops. And I'll put the Wii U up against the Xbox Series X and PS5 any day of the week. Okay? Because the console is that good. You can't kill it. So this notion that it was sales, marketing, commercial failure, that was a lie, that was laziness, and that was an excuse. Okay? There is no one on the internet, period, that can debate me in it. None. Nobody. So you guys been making these fake videos, but ain't telling the truth. But I'm gonna hit you with straight facts. That 25 gigs, you can't take a 25 gig CD and then compete against a Blu-ray disc. That's 50 gigs. You need to up the storage space a little bit. You can't take 3 gigs of CPU power and then go against, like, say, the Xbox 360 that was using 3 CPU that was running at 3 gigs a piece, and the PlayStation was using about 7 or 8. So you got to up the specs in the Wii U to continue using it. The same thing goes for the Xbox One and PS4. All Nintendo had to do was up the specs in it. Everything was already there. There was no need to build a Switch. And once you fix the signal strength with the Wii U, you can leave the console at the house and take the tablet anywhere you want to. Anywhere. And talk to the console remotely and save your game remotely. Wii U had everything covered, man. So building the Switch was a waste of time, man. And next gen games are going to be bigger. And that Star Wars that Ubisoft is coming out with, the Nintendo fans are going to miss out on it. So a handheld can never compete with a console. See, people try to use sales numbers to try to compete with the they try to use the sales numbers to compete with the Xbox One and PS4. But when it's all said and done, the Switch can't run games correctly. Can't run games 100% like the Xbox One and PS4 does. So you need a powerful console to compete with a powerful console. Okay, the Wii U is a real deal, man. And Nintendo held out on the Wii U, stonewalled it, cursed it, stalled the Wii U out, waited out, dragged their feet, push and pull, turn a blind side, and use a sales argument commercial failed to build a Switch. The Switch was a waste of time, man. And the Wii U is still current. It is still current. What's the difference between Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? It's the same game. What's the difference between Breath of the Wild is Breath of the Wild is best played on the Wii U than playing on the Switch. Wii U had everything covered, man. It needed one refresh, and it needed to be backwards compatible with GameCube. And that was it. And a 25 gig CD needed some more storage space on it. And that was it. This needed to be refreshed. There was no need to build a Switch. They would have been doing better right now because there's games coming out that they can't play. And if they come out with another Switch again, they're going to run into the same situation again. Okay? Because developers ain't got time to be building a whole open, immense world game, and then all of a sudden they got to go back and take stuff out of it because your console can't run the game correctly. That's a waste of time, man. So they need to stay with the Wii U and quit making excuses, or better yet, change the name of the Wii U to GameCube number 2, and call it a day. Call it GameCube number 2. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way to go about it. But right now the infrastructure and everything is there, so they just need to fix some things on it, and that's it. But that Switch can't compete with the Series X and PS5. Okay, so don't be fooled by, because sales numbers really don't tell the real true story of video games. They really don't. Many people might buy the console, but that don't mean the console can run every single game correctly at 100% when it's out there. Huh? You know what I'm saying? Many people get caught up in the sales, but the sales numbers don't tell the true story. It's just a number. Okay? They always talk about, oh, numbers don't lie. Numbers do lie, because just because your console sell a lot, that don't mean it runs the game 100% correctly. Okay? Look at the PlayStation 1. Look at the PlayStation 1. Perfect example. Okay? So, oh man, the PlayStation 1 beat the Sega Saturn. Oh, but the PlayStation 1 couldn't even run two-dimensional games correctly, and the Sega Saturn can. And the Sega Saturn can run 3D games. So sales numbers don't tell the true story, man. Don't get caught up in it. Nintendo Corporation need to go back to the Wii U. Okay? If they would have stayed with it, they wouldn't have found themselves in court with all those lawsuits that they were facing. But no, they got greedy. Okay? And look where they're at, in court. So the Wii U is the answer to the Nintendo fan base problem. It has all the features that the fans need. Okay? And you got to continuously improving the infrastructure. If they would have refreshed it, 99% of the Nintendo fan base problem would have been solved. Okay, the 1% is just improving the infrastructure, the network, and flooding the virtual console with games and improving, adding new features here and there. They didn't even the Miiverse didn't even get like a coloring option, unlimited text, emojis, and memes, man. So didn't even get none of that. It just sat there. Okay, so Nintendo was being lazy. Okay, and they were making excuses and they were lying so they can get their way. And you people fell for it because you guys ain't got no backbone in you. Okay, to call them out. But when it comes to the Wii U, man, ain't nobody on the internet messing with me because the Wii U is the real deal and people are still playing it. Because a lot of real gamers are like, wait a minute, I'm gonna buy the Switch when the Wii U got all this? No way I'm touching it. You know, till this day, like I told you guys before, I never played the Switch, never held it, touched it, played it, nothing. The only thing I did was walk past it in GameStop one day. I saw it and I looked at it and I was like, nah, they ain't cutting it. Wii U is still better, man. So the Wii U just needs some power behind it. Okay, you need some more CPU power, more RAM. You need to take that 25 gig CD, increase it to 100 gigs in storage for games. Okay, you need to fix the signal strip between the tablet and the console. You need to make the Wii U backwards compatible with GameCube. And you need to put the GameCube in the virtual console. Okay, and this notion that you got rid of Mario Maker, like I told people before, Mario Maker 2 don't exist because the first game is so big and people were busy building levels. So what you do, you build an expansion and add on top of what you already have. Mario Maker 2 don't exist. Okay, so the Wii U the Switch can never be better than the Wii U. You can't kill the Wii U. Just can't kill it. All you can do is improve the infrastructure. It looked like Mr. Iwata just like looked into the future and said, okay, what console can I build to satisfy the Nintendo fan base needs? And it was the Wii U. But once he died, Nintendo Corporation, they held out on the Wii U. Okay? Once he died, they held out on it. They were supposed to take it back to the drawing board and fix it. The moment they came up with issues with the Wii U, they knew that they can't compete against the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3 based on the CPU power and RAM performance and storage performance they were pushing. So to compete against that, you should have taken the Wii U back to the drawing board and made some correction by increasing the CPU power, increasing the RAM, changing the board, use the same video card. You didn't need NVIDIA. Fix the controllers, fix the signal strip between the tablet and the console, and push it back out on the market, and that was it. But oh no, we just gotta build something new. Look what happened. Okay, Switch ain't your answer, man. It's the Wii U. Okay, and these games now they're getting huge and big, and the Nintendo fans gonna be sitting there wishing they could play the games on the Wii U like they were supposed to, but they can't do it because a handheld can never keep up with a console. Never can. Yep. So yep. Wii U is the real deal. Wii U is the real deal. Okay. It's the real deal, man. That's why I still use it till this day. Because I'm like, wait a minute. I'm gonna buy what? Super Mario 3D All-Star when I already have the game on the Nintendo 64 in their eShop, and I have the games on the Wii. So the only thing I was missing was the GameCube. I'm gonna buy Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D when I already have a game for $9 in the eShop, and all I need is the update on top of it. Come on, man. Wii U is better, man. So Nintendo need to change the name of the Wii U to GameCube #2. Okay. So and then go from there. But they can't run from the system because it has the Nintendo fan base needs met. Okay, they would have been doing better. You know, see, numbers never tell the truth, man. Just because you sell a lot of stuff, that don't mean just because you sell a lot in console, that doesn't mean that the console was able to run games correctly at its proper frame rate and everything. It never numbers don't tell the truth. Okay, this is why Phil Spencer came on and told everybody, sales ain't the end all be all to video games. And look at the Xbox One. Did they give up on it? Nope. Matter of fact, the people on the original Xbox One are still getting their games. They might have improved the infrastructure, but they are still getting their games, and they're getting next gen gaming right now. They're playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla right now with Cyberpunk. They're getting their games, but the Nintendo fans, oh no, they're sitting on the sidelines watching. They can't even play the Avengers. They can't play. They can't play nothing, man. The Switch is a joke. In my opinion, the Switch is a joke. The Wii U is the real deal, man. So This notion that the Switch is better than the Wii U is I'm laughing. I'm really laughing at that. As they notion. Phil Spencer came up. Sales is not the end all be all to video games, and killed the sales argument. Look, they said the original Xbox One is a failure. It's not. The original Xbox One is a winner. The very first one, not the Xbox One S, not the Xbox One X. The very first one with the Kinect. There are people right now that are gaming on those consoles and they're playing next gen games. And here's the funny thing: they're gonna be playing Halo Infinite when it comes out. Okay, the Wii U is the real. Okay? The Wii U is the real deal, man. And Nintendo Corporation should have taken the same approach like how Phil Spencer with the Xbox team did. They should have taken the same approach. They would have been doing better. But no, they try to build something new all the time. They wasted their time building something new when the answer was right in front of their face. Okay? They wasted their time building something new when the answer was right in front of their faces. The Wii U, it was gift wrapped to them. Like, here, take this, run with it. They went against it. And look what's happening with the Switch. Okay? So sales numbers don't tell the truth, man, when it comes to consoles. Okay? And I'm gonna say this again. There is no one on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, the internet, social media, period, can debate me on this. They should have stayed with the Wii U. They would have been doing better. Could you imagine missing out on 4 Star Wars game, and then you have the Miiverse to where you can draw the characters and then color it? The Wii U was the answer to the Nintendo fan base problems. Okay, it will never be the Switch. Okay, so the console is just that dope, man, and it's a shame that Nintendo Corporation went down that road they went, but it landed them in court. Okay, so they need to stick with it, because next gen gaming is going to be huge, man. Could you imagine? Can you imagine if the Nintendo fans can't play Batman Gotham Knights? Could you imagine if they can't play the Star Wars from Ubisoft? And plus Battlefront 3 that's coming? I mean, think of it. Could you imagine if they can't play those games that's coming? What they gonna do? What they gonna be doing? They gonna be blaming the developers? Developers? Come on, man. They need to stay with the Wii U, man. They should have never lied about it in the first place. They should have humbled themselves, disciplined themselves, have a little humility, and take the Wii U back to the drawing board and put some power behind it, and add some new features to the user interface. Building the Switch, the games on SD card, the docking station, the Switch Pro controller, and the Switch network. All that was a waste. The Wii U was the real deal. Okay, the Wii U just needed a refresh, and it was missing the GameCube. The GameCube. And once you fix it, once you're giving the Wii U the power it needed, now go back and improve the infrastructure or your user interface, and keep adding more games to the virtual console. Everything was right there, and they went against it, but they're losing because next gen games are not going to be the same size like they were like on the last gen Xbox One and PS4. You need a powerful console to keep up with video games, man. Video games are high maintenance. Okay? Video games are high maintenance. Speed, power, and performance means a lot in video games, man. So, with these open world games that they're coming with, immense and detail, and you miss out on that Star Wars that Ubisoft is making, and then you miss out on Battlefront 3. It's gonna hurt, man. It's gonna hurt. You know what I'm saying? So and Batman Gotham Knight is coming out, what they say supposedly, what, this year? Come on, man. You need a powerful console to run video games, man. There's no loopholes and shortcuts in this video game market, man. There ain't none. Okay? You need a powerful console to run games. Right now, the people on the Xbox One, the original, they're having the time of their life right now. They're having the time of their life. Notice they haven't got the Series X yet, but as soon as Halo comes out, they will be getting one. But for now, on the original Xbox One, they are having the time of their life. They are getting their games. This morning, I went inside the eShop and took a look, man. The amount of games that they are getting, man, That's the approach Nintendo should have taken with the Wii U, instead of being cowards. Okay, come on, man. You can't keep going down these roads, man. One thing about video games, you can't cheat video games, man. Whether it's on the hardware level or whether it's playing it, you can't cheat it, man. Okay, these games are going to be huge in detail, man, and it's going to show when the games come out and your console can't get it. You're like, how come we can't play these games? And then they start refreshing the same games that you already have, and you're like, wait a minute, I already played this already. You know what I'm saying? They need to go back to the Wii U. Okay, they have to. Okay, you can't kill that system. It has a tablet, has a motion controller. You got 4 controllers you can game on. You can use the tablet as a map or a menu for games. Okay, you're just missing the GameCube. Wii U had everything covered, man. So they got to go back to it, man. And just try to run. You try to run. You're trying to run from. You can't run from it. The answer was right in front of their faces. Okay, but they tried to play hardball. You know, they tried to lie, and it caught up with them. Okay, and now next gen is here. Those games that are coming out, they're going to be huge. They're going to be huge. You know, so when you sit, you thought, like I told people before, if you thought Batman Arkham Knight was big, Gotham Knights got something to say about that. Okay, Gotham Knights got something to say about that. Yep. You can't cheat. These games are gonna be big open world. Can't afford to be missing out on games, man. No. Like I told you people, the answer to the Nintendo fan base was right in front of their faces. On a gold or silver platter, but it was right there. It was only missing one thing, a couple of things. The Wii U needed to be backwards compatible with GameCube. That's number one. And the GameCube needs to be in a virtual console. Okay? Number two, the Miiverse needed a coloring option on limited text. She's in memes. The signal strength between the tablet and the console need to be strengthened. That's all they had to do. And all they had to do was put some more CPU power and RAM behind the Wii U and call it a day. They would have had all 4 Star Wars games plus the Avengers. Okay, that DC universe that they try to run, it don't even run correctly. Okay, so you can't cheat video games, man. The Wii U was the answer to their problems, man. You know what I'm saying? And they're so prideful and so arrogant, they went against it. But the Wii U they're still standing. So what they do now, they went inside the eShop and try to get rid of Mario Maker to make it look like you never had it, but you do have it. And there were people on the server still making levels. They needed an expansion pack or an expansion to add on top of what they already have with more levels and more customization, man. They should have never went against the Wii U. Okay, they should have never went against it. So the Wii U is not dead like you think it is. It ain't. It really ain't, man. It really ain't. You know, when I say once you put the GameCube in a virtual console, you would have had every Mario game from the 8-bit Nintendo all the way up to Odyssey. You would have had at least 5 Smash Brothers, 6 Mario Kart, about 5 Paper Marios, and let's not forget about the Game Boy side of things. That was in the virtual console. The Switch should have never been built, man. Okay. But trust me, next gen when the games start to come out, and when your Switch can't run the games, you will remember what I just told you. Okay, the Wii U was the answer to their problems, man, and that's why people are online till this very day, still using it, still playing it, because they realize the true potential of the system. They're saying to themselves like, only a fool, an idiot, and a dumb person goes against this console. Okay, can't go against it because it's right there. So building a Switch was a waste of time, man. A complete waste. The Wii U is portable because once you got the signal strength fixed, you can take like I said, take the tablet anywhere you want to and leave the console at the house. I'm saying you can widen the screen and lengthen it like an inch away from the camera, an inch away from the home button. Move the D-pad over under the analog stick and bring the buttons together about an inch and move them onto the right analog stick and widen the screen. Everything was right there for them. They went against it because of pure greed. But they're going to pay for it when next gen comes out. I mean, when next gen, now that next gen is here, oh yeah, it's going to show in the games, man. See, sales don't tell the truth about video games, man. Sales never tell the truth about video games. Sales never tell the truth about video games. Okay, it's all about the speed. It's about the speed, the power, and the performance, man. That's where the real truth lies, man. That's when you really realize what the console can really handle, man. Okay, and you, like I said, look at the people on Xbox One. They're doing their thing. Now some of them have got the Series X already, or the S. But the Nintendo fans right now, they're in the dark with the Switch. They're in the dark with the Switch. You know what I'm saying? Sales never tell the truth about video games. It never do. You know? Oh, we sold this amount. But how did your console run the game? You know what I'm saying? So yeah. The Wii U is a real deal, man. Look at it. You're like, you got to be like, only a fool go against this, dude. Why go against it? So yeah, they had, man, everything right there. Every game they play, they can draw the character, put it up in the Miiverse, color it, show it off to the community. Okay, take picture shots of games, talk about gaming and all that other stuff. Everything was right there with the Wii U, and they went against it because of pride, stupidity, and arrogance. Okay, and not being humble, not being disciplined, and not having a little humility, realizing what you got in front of you. But now that next gen is here, when the games start to roll out, you will know the truth. Okay. Anyway, nice talking to you, beautiful people again. Chris, still a Star Wars and Star Trek thing, or Dark Side? Go on. Peace.